Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in my last video, I did a video about how YouTube did not change my life. In this video, I'm going to do the complete opposite. I'm going to talk about how YouTube changed my life at skills I had no clue about. Less than 2,000 subscribers. And this is not monetary. It has nothing to do with money. And this has nothing to do, believe it or not, with getting subscribers. In my last video, I talked about how YouTube did not change my life in regards to making money on YouTube, as far as getting subscribers on YouTube, as far as how much time you spend on YouTube, whether using paid services work, things of that such. In this video, I want to talk about how YouTube had changed my life with skills I didn't even know I had. These are the skills I developed. So first on the list is going to be communication skills. Um, with YouTube, within YouTube, on how you get views in YouTube. From what I understand, from what I've been experimenting with, what I've seen other YouTubers experimenting with, has to do with storytelling. If your storytelling is on point, i.e., Casey Neistat, Dan Mace, they have excellent storytelling videos on YouTube, and it helps drive views because it keeps people curious. And one of the things that I look at as as far as storytelling in any video, it should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the beginning is going to have some kind of problem. The middle might have the conflict part of it. Like what how do you fix something, for an example. And the last part of the video is the resolution. How can you solve that conflict? And that's what keeps people engaged. That's part of storytelling. That's what I've learned. If you're doing an unboxing video, part of that could be, unboxing. What is the package? It could be a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses, for instance. How they look on me? How are they going to look on you? Um, you know, what's my take on those sunglasses? In the end, would you buy those sunglasses? That could be all part of storytelling. Along with the communication skills, one of the things I developed, having less than 2,000 subscribers, is audience engagement. Keeping the audience engaged. Like, for instance, this is a slide presentation I'm using on Google Docs. Nothing fancy, just something quick and easy that you can see and follow along with. Keep you moving along with the storytelling part. That's the part of communications, and so is audience engagement. I think audience engagement is a part of that, part of a big part of communications, because if you don't have audience engagement, your views are going to go down. I notice my views going down if you don't have audience engagement. They'll click off the video. They won't stay engaged if your storytelling is not on point. See how this is all fitting together with communications. Another part of that is social media. Whether you have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, for instance, that's all part of communications. You're communicating out how to do something on YouTube. You're showing somebody how to cook something on TikTok. You're communicating with your friends by sharing posts on Facebook. Just give you an instance, as an example, rather. Instagram, you're posting a reel to show somebody something. You're posting a picture of you and your family vacation. To me, that's part of communication skills. Those are skills that you will build on YouTube. That's stuff I've never really paid attention to until I started doing YouTube. That's a skill I developed. Social media is something that you can never stop learning. In my opinion, that's my opinion. Another part of communications is marketing on YouTube. I never knew marketing was such a big deal on YouTube. Whether you're posting on other social media platforms, whether it's on a Facebook group, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's a link in a bio somewhere, whether it's a link in a bio on TikTok. You have your YouTube on your profile, it goes right from TikTok to YouTube. That's a form of marketing. I never knew any of that until I started checking into it. So communications is a skill I developed by having a YouTube channel. Again, does not need to be monetary and does not have to be the number of subscribers you have. Other people may look at it that way because they're in it either for the money, or they're in it for the subscribers, or they're in it for both reasons. If you're in it for both of those reasons, you may or may not make it. Chances are 80% from what I see, if that's all they're interested in, they're not going to make it. It's just, or they haven't made it. That's just what I see. Um, so the next part is YouTube search ranking skills. Things that I developed with less than 2,000 subs on YouTube is learn how to rank in YouTube search. I did my own homework. You go to that free toolbar up at the top of the YouTube homepage. That will give you a ton of information of what's being searched. Use that. It's free. You can go in incognito in your web browser on Chrome or Edge. I prefer Chrome myself, and you can see what people are searching for. Now, it may not work on Chrome or another browser if you're not signed in. It may not know what you're looking for. It kind of might tie into what your interests are, but you might be able to find little bits and pieces of your puzzle and on learning how to rank. That's something that I have learned personally how to do that. Um, Other things I have learned, as part of search ranking skills is, video titles. How should you title your video? That is very, very big. I talked about that in my last video, how that did not change, my life on YouTube. And it hasn't, honestly, but I'm getting better at it. I'm learning it. These are skills that you'll develop. These are skills that I developed. They're skills whether you're an existing creator or a new creator. These are useful tools to help you develop skills that you never had. It's helped me develop skills I've never had. Video description. What do you type in your video description? Those keywords have to correlate. They have to tie to your video title. The video title and the video description have to have the same exact keywords for you to be able to for you to rank your video on how to fix a bicycle change. How to fix a bicycle chain, right? Let's try that again. How to fix a bicycle chain. That could be your title, your description, how to fix a bicycle chain. Those keywords will match. And you can add on to that, on a Huffy bike or a Schwinn bike, on all bikes, on Huffy, Schwinn, or whatever type of bike you may have. That'll help you rank. How do you fix a bicycle chain? What's going to come up? A Schwinn, a Huffy, other bikes you might list on there may come up in that search. That's helping you rank. Those are skills I never knew even existed until I started creating YouTube videos. And of course, things I battle with, the thumbnails. The thumbnails are a part of that. Your thumbnails, if your video title, your video description is good, that should tie to your thumbnail. How do you fix a bicycle chain? Have a picture of a bicycle with a chain that fell off, or you trying to fix the bicycle chain on there. That'll help them click. That'll help you with your title, your description, and when they'll be like, "Oh, what's this?" They're gonna see that thumbnail of the bicycle chain falling off and you trying to fix it. Those are ranking skills, and of course, tags I talked about in my last video. Do they work? Do they not work? Do they work? Do they not work? Whatever. That's up, for debate. Nobody really knows. I've had some success, but those are skills you need to have, on YouTube. I developed those skills on, how to do this, how to do that. Unboxing unboxing Five Below AirPods, unboxing Five Below earbuds. Those are searchable tags. Will match your video title, your video description, and it may even also match your thumbnail name. You should have all that together so it all works with your tags. I never knew any of that, but it helps. These are skills I developed on my own by doing my own homework. You have to do your own homework, folks. If you're not going to do your own homework, it's going to be harder for you to grow on YouTube. It's still hard for me. I'm still learning. That's why I'm sharing this with you. These are necessary skills that I learned that, when I went back and thought about it, I'm my own one man band. I've done all this on my own. I've done all this by doing these steps, these things. These things, hopefully will help you. I'm actually going to go back to video production skills. I accidentally skipped over this. I got a little bit ahead of myself. But it's good I saved this part for last. It kind of gives you an idea about Sam610, who I am, and what I developed here on YouTube. What I want to share with you, what I developed. As far as Sam610 goes, 1,742 videos across multiple platforms that I have uploaded to YouTube channels and TikTok. That goes for Sam610, Sportsnets 360, and any TikToks that I have on my personal TikTok profile, I have uploaded over 1,700 videos, folks. That's a lot of videos. Am I where I want to be on these platforms? No, not even close. I want to be a lot higher. There's a lot of others that are a lot lower that are very successful, but you have to learn with these necessary skills. You can't compare yourself with others because everybody's going to be different. You're always going to have somebody that can shoot a better basketball than somebody. You're always going to have somebody better that can hit a better baseball. You're always going to have somebody who can swim faster than you. YouTube, you're always going to have somebody better creating better videos, getting better audience engagement, getting better skills, learning different skills than you do. But you can't put yourself down. You have to realize that these are the skills that you do on your own. You don't even realize it. I sat down and think about this list, I'm like, wow, I've done a lot on YouTube, but it doesn't seem like I'm going anywhere. But why don't I share this with the world? Why don't I tell you? And you can kind of sit back and think, saying, wow, I'm a YouTuber, a small, very small YouTuber, but you do all this on your own. What does it take as far as other these, you know, production skills? You have pre-production. I have pre-production. My project goals and strategies. What's my video going to be about? Five Below unboxings. Is going to be about a tech review of a little wireless microphone that I got from Temu. What's my strategy going to be? Do I compare this with a microphone from Sheem? Do I compare this with an expensive microphone from Amazon and compare the two? That's a strategy. That's a skill. That's a huge skill. One versus another. That's huge on YouTube, and that's something I've learned. In the pre-production project, production. What are my project goals? What I want to do? I want to buy all of these things. And I want to review all of these things. What's my strategy going to be? How am I going to make the video? And along with pre-production, you have your production setup. You have your cameras. You can have one camera or two cameras. You can have an above ground, an above camera, a below camera. What kind of camera you're going to have? What kind of microphone you're going to have? What kind of lighting you're going to have? You're going to have a hair light, a key light. You're going to have two lights on the side of you, giving you, good lighting on both sides. You're going to have one light, a main light. You have to realize this is all the skills that you develop. Like right now I have one light facing towards me, but I have it facing a certain direction because I have a wall. I have, a metal cabinet behind me. I really don't like the reflection on it, but I'm doing the best that I can do with what I have. And these are skills you will learn. It could be skills from watching other YouTubers and applying those skills just, to your own YouTube production, your own style. And along with the production setup, you also have a post-production. What's your post-production going to be? It's going to be editing, syncing your audio and your video, merging scenes together, a B-roll of this microphone, and then the camera's on me, and then the camera is on the product, and then the camera is, or I'm giving you audio of what what this microphone sounds like. You merge all that together. It's merging scenes. That's video editing, and what special effects? You're going to have a transition. It's going to flip to the next page this way, to your left, to your right, to your up and down. Is it going to flash? Those are special effects, all part of video editing. I never knew any of that before I even came to YouTube, and I started experimenting with CapCut, Premiere Pro, all these different video editing softwares. These are skills I've never had until I came to YouTube, which made it very useful for creating YouTube videos. Now, will all that apply to a video like this that I'm making now? Yes and no, because right now I'm on a microphone I got from Amazon for like $40. I'm on a webcam I got from Amazon for like $40. My lighting over here I got for like $30-40. Very, very cheap setup, not expensive at all. And that's all part of your pre-production, your production setup, and it's all part of your post-production. How's it going to look? Because you can have your lighting on, you have a terrible glare, you ruin that scene. So what do you have to do? You have to go back, adjust the lighting, and reshoot that scene. Or if the audio doesn't record, like in this video, if this doesn't record, I have to go back and do the whole thing over again. That's all part of your post-production, your editing, and so forth. And then along with that, skills, troubleshooting. Troubleshooting your equipment. Is your camera set up right? Is your ISO set up correctly? Is it too bright? Is it too dark? Is your frame rate correct? There's a lot of it. You have to do your white balance. I have like a white balance board that I use to white balance all of my scenes. Now, will I do it on this webcam? No, I don't get that far. You can't even do it on the webcam. But on my main camera, I do that. That's all part of troubleshooting. Did you forget to put your battery in? Did you forget to charge your battery? Why isn't your camera turning on? Why aren't your lights working? Is your mic volume correct? Is your mic volume up too high? Is it up too low? These are all skills you learn, and you might not think about it, but these are video production skills. This is everything that I've learned. You can learn these things as well. I'm sure if you're creating videos, when you first upload your first video, you're gonna be like, oh, I could have done this right. I could have done that right. Those are all skills that you develop to get better. These are all skills I've learned to help me get better at YouTube. I'm still not even probably good at YouTube. I would say I'm fair compared to, you know, shouldn't compare myself to others, but compared to what other people do, yes, because they could be bigger than you, but you do what you do, what you can, I should say, with what you have and what works. Okay, so last but not least, any tips and tricks. Stay on trend related topics. I try and do that. How-to videos. How do you do this? How do you fix a bicycle chain? For instance, that could be out there. What could be trending? What's trending right now? Electric bikes. How to fix an electric bike chain. Could it be different? I don't know. But that could be a trending related topic because anybody can probably fix a regular bicycle, but how do you fix an e-bicycle? How do you fix an e-bicycle brakes? How do you fix those disc brakes? How do you fix the electronic screen, the digital display screen? How do you fix that? That could be a trend related topic. I see a lot of stuff on e-bikes right now. So that could be something somebody can jump on. Those are tips and tricks to help you stay on related topics. You just open up YouTube, see what's on the homepage, see what's being clicked on, search those topics in that toolbar that YouTube gives you, see what comes up, and make a twist. How do you fix an e-bike tire? Obviously it's going to be the same as a regular tire, at least I think. I don't know, but how would I not know that? I would YouTube it to find out. How do you fix an e-bike, electric cable? I might not know that. Like, for instance, on my e-bike, my electric bike has a battery that comes out. I had to YouTube how do you take the battery out. You have to twist the key a certain way, push up and twist, the battery comes out. I didn't know that. How do I know that? I watched another YouTuber do it. That's something he said, oh, let me think about this. How do you do this? I figured out how to do it, so I'm going to share this on YouTube. And that's a searchable term. You can probably look it up, see how many hits there are on it. A ton of hits on it. That's a trend-related topic. Another thing you can do is if something's not working, you can change your titles. That's something that I've learned, a skill I helped develop. I was able to go through on YouTube and figure out, how do you do this? I might go back and change it and make it specific. Like, for instance, how do you fix a bicycle, chain? Wow, that can come up with a ton of different related searches. How do you fix an e-bike chain? Like I said earlier, go back, change your title, see if it works. I've changed. Probably be a video on that. How do you change? How do you change video titles? Does it really work? Yes, it does. I have solid proof it works because I've done it, and it helped drive up many different views on videos that I've changed titles on. It does work. Changing thumbnails, that works also. You can change your thumbnails. That's a different trick you can do. You can change your thumbnail if it's not working. Remember, if it's not driving clicks, just change your thumbnail. Make it different. Find out, how to change an e-bike chain or tire. See what their thumbnail is. I'm not saying copy off of it, but kind of mimic it. Maybe the colors or maybe the style, the font, something like that. I'm not saying copy of other people, but I have done things where I go back and I change thumbnails. I might make the font bigger. I might put myself in the picture pointing to something. I've done that several times. I might use, if it's something related to Mr. Beast or something like that, I might have him on it. I might have him pointing to something. It works. So change your thumbnail. One thing, last but not least, I want to say is I never give up. Less than 2,000 subscribers, 1,700 videos. I haven't given up. I might take time off. I might step away for a little bit, but you always have to remember you're one video away from going viral. That's what you have to think about. I see a lot of other creators say that. You're one video away from that big video going viral, you know, and like the other video that I did on this, how YouTube didn't change my life, that's, you know, driven a lot of views. And I said in the last video I was going to make a part B. This is the part B. You know, this is 2 of 2. You know, how YouTube did change my life. And as I said, it doesn't need to be monetary. It doesn't have to be about subscribers. It's, you know, it's what all of this is here. It's about your video production skills. It's about your communication skills. It's about, you know, how you can, you know, rank and search. You know, the skills you can develop to, you know, to rank and, you know, to rank for SEO. You know, your video title, your video description, your thumbnail, your tags. You know, learn how to do that, and that'll you're one like I said here, you're one step away, and that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I'm one step away of going viral. I'm one step away from getting more subscribers. I'm one step away from, you know, making more money on YouTube, and you know, that's the kind of mindset that I have. And that's the mindset I think you should have also. And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, please hit the thumbs up button because it really would help drive this video to get more views. And also, please hit the subscribe button. I'm thinking about doing more videos like this because I enjoy sharing what I've learned. And one of the things I always said when I did a YouTube channel, that if I could find out a way to make things work for myself, that I would share it with everybody. And these are the things that helped change me on YouTube, that gave me the necessary skills. And when I sat down and I started listing all the different things, I'm sure I'm missing things, but these are the things that I did help develop my channel, my brand, who I am, and you can use these to hopefully help you as well. Well, this is where I'm going to leave this video. Again, this is how YouTube changed my life with skills I never knew I had. Please hit the thumbs up button. Again, if you like the video. As always, guys, later.